something like that.
Something like that. Welcome, everyone, to the Canada Guns Talk Show, episode 64. Really? Late night C71 discussion debate. Tinfoilery. I didn't have my hat. Where's your hat?
We did the hat. We did the hat already.
We ditched the hats.
Yeah.
Yes, we're late because I was on a plane on my way to Calgary because we're going to a gun show. And I said, They
have Wi-Fi on planes now.
Oh.
You could have just ponied up the cash.
I could have, but, it would have been kind of awkward talking about guns in the plane with a baby sitting next to me. I mean, I would have done it, but the ensuing issues are just, it would have been good TV. Don't get me wrong. It would have been great TV.
Mm-hmm.
I think. But alas, it was not meant to be. But what was meant to be was all the bullshit speculation was wrong.
Yeah, all wrong.
We were all wrong because we never foresaw the liberals taking such a boring approach to being anti-gun, which is just go, fuck C42, fuck your Swiss arms, fuck your CZs,
mm-hmm.
and we're bringing back the registry.
Basically, yeah. You will ask for permission when you want to buy a gun, regardless.
Yes. Not only do you have to make sure, but you have to make sure that we know you made sure.
Mm-hmm. But we have no real way of tracking these things otherwise.
No.
So we don't know if you tell the truth or not. Just you better.
Yes.
Darn it.
Yes. Also, stores, prepare to spread them wider and take it in a little deeper. You guys get to make, I don't know, records now. Does that mean that we're going to buy less guns?
Some of them had records before, so now it's just more.
For 20, they demand them, keep them for 20 years and turn them over. They say that they wouldn't do it, but they already have the power to just go in and say, "Give me your records."
Yeah, but they didn't demand like electronic or anything, so you could just have binders on binders and just chuck them in the back office and put a year on them. And when they get 20, just throw them out. And when they ask for some binders, just be like, "I don't know, maybe this one."
See, that's one thing that
vintage.
I wasn't 100% on. Some people say it is. Some people say it wasn't. For the bullshit transfer process now,
yeah,
you have to get their license number, their name, and then what? Call them and say,
yeah, call them, ask for permission, say, please, sir, would it please the Crown? I would like to sell a firearm to Mr. Crover. Here's his pal, and they'll be like, you're okay today. Here's your reference number, I guess. And maybe you call in with the reference number and you're like, did that guy sell me a gun okay? And they'll be like, yes, he's got a license too. And then we're good. But then they can't track the actual gun, so
maybe we can just do bulk orders, like transfer like 50 guns at once and just go, we want to conduct a firearms transaction. Okay.
Or maybe we constantly are transferring in a constant state of transfer. I am constantly transferring between.
Every time you go shooting with your buddies, if you touch their gun, well, you transfer the gun.
Constantly in transfer.
constantly. Like as soon as you get home, you go, okay, I went out with 4 guys, so we had 20 guns. And this gun went to this guy, and then that gun went to this guy, and then the gun went back to its original owner, and then it went to the 4th guy, and we do that for every single one of the 20 guns.
Make that $2 billion spent on the long gun registry seem like a joke.
You thought the records were shit before. You better get ready for shitty records.
Well, I mean, the way that they've designed it. Okay. Real talk here. If you want to make sure that you close the personal sale loophole, the thing to do would have been to get a website going, enter PAL number here. Hey, I'm selling to this Crover guy. I don't know if he's got a PAL or not. Crover, can you send me your PAL number? I go to the website, I type it in, bada bing, bada boom. Yes, he has a PAL. Huh, I'm good to go. But no, like that would have made way too much sense. So instead, they've got this reference number thing that still doesn't. It still can't track firearms sales. All it can do is they'll be able to track activity, kind of. They'll be able to track honest activity, but not dishonest activity. Because as long as I've got like, I don't know, because unless I've purchased from a store, there's no record of me having any of the guns I have, and there won't be for anyone I sell to. So if you really want to like mix it up, just sell a bunch of used guns, buy a bunch of used guns, and those records are worthless, I guess. If you care.
They have interaction between people. Is that on this date you said that
you sold something to him
at some point going to be taking a gun from your possession to somebody else. What gun?
No. There's no ATT. This is just a sale.
What I mean is like there will be a transaction taking place, and you told us that the transaction was gonna take place on this date. Not that the transaction took place on that date, but that there will be a transaction, and you let us know that that transaction was going to take place on some point in and around the date that you called us.
So they'll know that, my records will be a mess because it'll be like guns come in, guns go out.
Same with me, buddy. I don't keep a gun. I don't keep guns. I mean, did you even shoot that fucking GP100?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
How many times? Did you even get it dirty?
I took it out to the range once and I shot 100 rounds. Exactly.
So you're going to sell it back as like new in the box, right? Because,
barely shot 100 rounds. No, someone owned it before me.
Oh, you know what? You're going to be that guy on CGN. For sale, brand new, blah, blah, blah. Only seen 50 runs. Comes with all original packaging.
Yeah. Actually, I was missing some of the packaging in this one.
No.
I'll just show you what we got here. So the Ruger says this pistol was packaged with important safety instructions. If missing, please contact Sturm Ruger. So I put my own in. Just tuck this right in.
Say that. Show it again and talk so that we can see it.
Okay, it says aim pointy part away from face. That's important safety instructions. I'm going to tuck it right in here where the manual should go. Boom, done, ready to go.
There you go.
Yeah. So what did you do in guns for the last 2 weeks, 4 weeks? We're on the last show? Yeah, you were.
I was. I went to the range yesterday at Victoria Fish and Game Protective Association, looking to do some range safety officering while I shot some trap. And I went up to the caretaker's office to get some tokens for the trap machines and take out our brand new voice-operated trap set
thrower,
trap machine thrower.
That clay thrower thing. Do you yell pull to it, or you just yell to it?
I don't know because I didn't get to try it. Because upon calling the caretaker to get his ass down to the office so that he could sell me some tokens, a very nice man by the name of Neil, he informed me that on March 17th, the trap range got hit by lightning and all the machines were broken.
Yep.
I checked the website before I headed out because obviously I wasn't about to go out there and be, not able to shoot because that'd be silly, right? And the website should say if the trap range is closed, right? Well, the trap range said to be open. That's what it said on the website. So, yeah.
Well, it's still technically open. You just need to bring your own clays and thrower.
The technicality of it is painful. But yes, technically it is still open. Thank you, Adriel.
You could just wait for some sparrows to fly overhead and blast them out of the sky.
Oh, you know what? During orientation, it's like we know there's wildlife. Just please don't shoot it. I know this is BC. Yeah. We're in the middle of the forest. It's nice and coastal, and the eagles are fucking everywhere. Just please don't shoot them.
Yeah, the fish cops will be really pissed if we down a couple of bald eagles.
They could have been the American ones. Oh boy,
Mm,
kind of funny
yeah.
that we have more of those than the Americans do.
Do we?
Oh fuck yeah!
The only time I ever see a bald, so I never see bald eagles, but if there's a kill that's been there for about a day, you can see them. I don't know how they find them, but they find those kills from like in the middle of nowhere. So if there's a deer that someone wounded and it died and it's been out there for a day or two, you'll find bald eagles on that thing.
You know, you're gonna laugh at this. You know where I've seen 10 shit tons of bald eagles?
The dump,
The dump outside of Vancouver. The,
majestic, so
the dump
majestic.
outside of Vancouver, I shit you not, there are scores of them on the highway, on the light poles, like right on that stretch of highway when you're driving to the ferry from Vancouver and it smells like garbage because the dump is nearby. All the poles every single light pole has a bald eagle on it.
Majestic.
Majestic as fuck. But yeah,
Sweet.
the trap machines were broken. So instead, I spent an hour doing range safety officer duty at the rifle range because what else I was gonna do? I mean, I drove all the way out there. I might as well put in my volunteer hours. So
Mhm.
I swept some brass. Oh, do you shoot 30-06?
Yeah, but I got like shitloads of brass. So much
God damn
brass.
it! Oh no. I one things that we do is we take all the brass and we sweep them into buckets, and then we put all the buckets together into one big fucking bucket, and then some old guy goes through that and actually picks out the brass and sells it for the club.
Mm-hmm.
So I found some 30-06 brass on the ground, not in a bucket, because when it goes into the bucket, it's part of the range property now. So the brass was outside the bucket, obviously. And I picked up like 30 pieces of 30-06 brass, all federal, all pristine because it had the blue sealant around the primer,
Mm-hmm.
so it wasn't reloaded. And I found a couple of 308 cases, which brings my total of federal 308 brass up to like 55, I think. Once I hit 100, I'm going to start using the federal brass because I have, I think, like 120 pieces of PMC brass, which is what I'm using for my reloads.
Federal brass is really soft. I've found with 30-06 and 270, the primer pockets start opening up if you run your loads hot. Compared with everything else, I've run like Winchester and a couple of other different kinds.
I hope PMC is good. PMC is
I don't know who makes their brass.
I don't know either. But wait, the first round of reloads went just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how much effect I will see. That's one of the things that I wanted to test was take my 46 46 grains of Varget under the Scampros 147 grain soft points that I have. No, is it soft points? No, it's full metal jacket.
No, FMJs.
Yeah. See if that load translates to different brass. I know technically it should be the same, but minute differences inside the brass could change something, and shittiness could ensue, and the load could be thrown off. Because so far, all my testing has been done on PMC brass with the same primers. So I'm gonna keep the same primers that I'm using so far, and maybe change the brass and see if it changes anything. That's what the nerds are always talking about. Consistency. Same primers, same brass, same batch of fucking powder, same fucking weight distributed bullets. Make sure you weigh every single projectile and find out that they're all the same fucking weight. And it's like, dude.
And then you reload for 9mm, and it's like, who cares about that stuff?
Dude, I'm using bulk projectile fucking 308s. I don't really care that much as long as it's sub MOA, which I already got to sub MOA, with the exception of the occasional flyer because I'm a dumbass. So these are cheap range blasting, same accuracy as the fucking Austrian surplus ammo that I'm making out of fucking twice fired brass, and the cheapest projectiles I can find with the most basic bitch powder I can find, which is Varget. Sorry if you guys are super Varget fans, but it is like the basic bitch powder. Everyone uses it for everything.
Oh, Varget.
Yeah, Varget's great. I hope I triggered someone. You think I triggered Elixir or something?
No, not yet.
Oh, somebody said PMC is cheapo brass.
Okay.
uh, YouTube.
Sometimes cheapo brass is okay brass though.
Well, then this fits in with the theme of extremely cheap loads. It's cheap brass, cheap bullets, the cheapest primers I can find, and basic bitch powder. So there you go. Hey, we have 11 viewers.
Look at that.
Look at that. Other than that, I think that was it for guns for me. I didn't do much.
Your SLR parts are late.
Oh yeah, the parts that I ordered from CTC, Cowboy Tactical Shooting Supply. Is it Cowboy Tactical? What's the other C for?
I always just say CTC supplies.
Yeah,
they're great though. I like their stuff. Yeah,
they had a lot of the stuff. I mean, they had all the stuff that I needed. So I emailed them this week because it's been about 2 weeks, and they're like, "Yeah, it's still in the queue." I'm suspecting they're waiting on the handguard because they did have to import it in. But would have been nice to know what that was about. Not me inquiring, but them sending me some update or something. But whatever. Also, Pixis is a goddamn scammer, and I paid him for some bullets, and then he forgot about it, and I had to text him to remind him, and he was very sorry about it.
Boy, you stuck it to him. Give it to him.
Yeah. I totally forgot.
I
forgot I had bought something for him, and then I politely reminded him via text, and he was very apologetic. I fucking showed him.
Did you give him a negative trader review on CGN too?
Oh no, I gave him a negative trader rating and CanadaGuns. Oh wait!
Oh, it's gone. You're going for it.
There.
Okay, I think that's the right amount.
That's
mouth trumpet.
The mouth trumpet. CanadaGuns Equipment Exchange is gone. Courtesy of Reddit.
Riddance.
Yeah, courtesy of Reddit. You know what's fucked up? We had just hit 2,500 subscribers.
I bought 2 or 3 guns off the EE.
I conducted 30. Let me check my phone. Like 32 transactions on that show, on that channel.
Maybe I did more.
I would have had to check your trader rating, but you know how that went.
You can't. Yeah.
I can't. It's all gone. I took screenshots. What I used to do, that's how I was such an effective mod of that, is I had the pages in the browser of my phone always open. So if I got a message in my app saying, "Oh, this motherfucker needs this flare updated," I just went in that bad boy, put in his name, and boom, updated that shit on the fly. I was doing modding while I was on my honeymoon. That's the amount of dedication I had.
Obsession,
yeah. Look at that. I don't know if it's going to turn out. I'm going to try and get it to. Yeah, there it is. That's how many we had. We had 2,500 subscribers before it went dead. I don't know if this is showing up at all. Yeah, there it is. It's kind of showing up. I screenshotted those pages before they went away. And I had, fuck you. Yeah, 35 transactions on the CGEE. And those motherfuckers killed it. Rest in peace, the EE. That's right, Gurks. Yeah, this was due to the terms of services changing on YouTube. On YouTube. Oh, actually, YouTube. YouTube too. But sticking to Reddit, the fuckers outlawed firearm transactions basically, and they lumped it in with all kinds of nasty ass deep web shit, trading guns and porn and I don't know, some other fucking stupid shit that nobody knew was taking place. Nobody cared.
But it was illegal. Like all the other stuff was illegal.
Yeah, all the other stuff is super illegal, and then just gun sales.
Mm-hmm.
In gun sales, however, they also banned gun deals. That was the most vocal community. Gun deals was obviously U.S. based because I don't know, we really didn't have that. I mean, we had the weekly threat for vendors. That was kind of the weekly deals.
Is that gone now too?
Well, the whole fucking page is gone. So yeah, it's all gone. advertising firearm sales is gone, I guess, because that constitutes a transaction, I guess.
Quick Dub was
Most.
saying that Gun Deals was 200,000 subscribers.
Oh shit! Really?
Mm, it's a couple.
Oh fuck, man! And you gotta remember that even if you're not subscribed, you can keep those in a multi-Reddit and they'll still show up. So who knows how many people weren't subscribed but still accessed those pages? That's got to be crazy. We had several magnitude orders more visitors than subscribers. I remember in the EE, like in monthly, there were just thousands upon thousands of views on that page, many more than we had actually subscribers. So Gun Deals, they must have had millions of hits. But alas, it's all gone.
All gone.
All
and
gone.
YouTube doesn't want us any either. So now
That's right. YouTube doesn't want us either. Their shit's even more vague, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you're promoting a gun or gun sales, or if you're making your own ammo or guns. So, like, I think I have a video where I make an AR-15 and I drink some beers. Is that like making a gun? Kind of. It's assembling a gun.
Was I there?
What about the reloading ammo?
I'm pretty sure I was there for that video.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, is that shit gonna get me a strike, or is like the promoting because I like a review guns, is that gonna get me a strike? I don't know. I downloaded all my videos and now I've got them.
I did that too. Actually, I did that today at work. I brought my laptop and I just sat there in the break room pulling videos off of YouTube.
Yeah,
they're still up, but I want to keep the raw file.
Yeah, I'm gonna start uploading more of those to Pornhub. I've already got a few up there. Yeah. There are some new tags on Pornhub now. You'll notice that there's a 3-gun tag. There's an AR-15 tag on Pornhub.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah. Now the problem is there's still all the pop-ups and the side ads and the. Well, I mean, it's if you're like, you know what, I'm done with guns and now on to something else. It's like, well, there's something else that's right there. So for a late night browse, it's pretty convenient.
You won't believe these 3 tips for making your cock huge.
Yeah.
Want a real life penis extension? Not just living through vicariously with your guns?
Yeah.
Click here.
Reducing cocking effort of Glock or increasing size of your cock. Yeah. All in one spot. Wait till they get that context sensitive ads going. That'll get real weird.
Oh, apparently somebody got a reloading press off of the EE.
Someone wanted to buy my Pro 1000. I told them not to, but they still wanted to buy it. And then they watched a video where I described it, and they're like, "Actually, I don't want to buy it. Why'd you even?" Like, I told you not to buy it.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't even. Don't.
Yeah,
don't.
Not the Pro 1000. For God's sake.
Not the Pro 1000. No. I guess we really should touch on C71. Actually talk about it, considering he's on the.
Can I talk about my gun stuff?
Oh shit! You did gun stuff?
I did a couple gun stuff. Yeah, 1 or 2 gun stuffs.
Do tell, Adriel.
Okay. We did the skills and drills in my club. So we had like skills and drills is like where we book half a range, like a bay. And we get a bunch of guys out and we show them how to do some stuff in 3-gun. And we had 48 people show up. We had a Facebook page. It was like 20 people said they were going. So it's like, oh, okay, 20 people. Yeah, that's no problem. We'll get a couple of relays going. It'll be good to go. And we had, I showed up at 8 or some shit. And it was like, there was like the parking lot was full. It's like, oh shit. So yeah, we had 48 people. Which is a lot of people who are really interested in 3-gun. So it's really picking up popularity this year. Most people were new to 3-gun, and most people were new to competition shooting as well. So a lot of people not looking to go straight to IPSC or a black badge or something like that, but going straight to 3-gun because it's fun and you get to use more guns. So we did that. That was fun, and we did a shootout at the end of it, so you could like do that head-to-head kind of thing. That was fun.
Oh, I think
Afterwards, what's
I
that?
think I saw the video. Did you go up against some people?
That was at the match, not at
Ah,
the skills and drills. So I did that. I didn't shoot hardly anything. I shot my A5, my shotgun, and it was jamming on me, which was really cheesing me off. I shot my AR and it was fine, and I shot my pistol, which was running like a top. And
is that your 34 super slick?
yeah, my Glock 34. So when I got home, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pimp this Glock 34 out. This is the one I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna run that 1911. I'm gonna run the Glock 34 this year. So I did a couple of different things to it. One of which I'm gonna have to show you guys anyways is this glitter job here.
Oh,
Oh, it's
oh,
so bedazzled and beautiful. So this is
holy
silicone
fuck,
carbide.
bro.
It's the same stuff you'll find on sandpaper, and it's epoxied onto the grip, so it does not come off. The skateboard tape that you put on a grip, after a while, if you're sweaty or if you just like didn't apply it or didn't clean off the grip well enough, it'll start to peel. This shit will not peel. This is on there. It's not coming off. And this is a pretty rough texture. This is right around 60 grit, and really you should be somewhere in 80 or 100 grit. But this is what the hobby place in town had. This is actually like for rock tumbling.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But it's very grippy. You will not drop this Glock. It's like it's got you. And it will start to shred your hand as you're using it. So I just had like a couple of stages where I shot this thing over Saturday, and my hand was like white afterwards from scrapes and that kind of thing, little micro scrapes on your hand. So it's very grippy, and you don't have to worry about losing your Glock. It's gonna stay there. And
That's hilarious.
yeah, I did a video on it. Go check out the video if you're interested. The general idea is you put epoxy on, like 15-minute stuff. You sprinkle this carbide, silicone carbide on it, and it sticks on there and never comes off. And you've basically got like a rock for a gun. It's very grippy afterwards.
You gotta wonder why the companies then just go with that. I mean, they talk about all this fucking stippling and all this grip zone and everything like that. Why didn't they just pour fucking rocks on the fucking plastic?
Well, as a concealed carry gun, this is awful. This catches this catches on all your jackets, and like it peels material off your jacket. I had like a big over jacket I was wearing, and it was pulling the fuzz off the inside of it. It's so grippy and so sharp. So you would never, like in the US where they sell more Glocks than they do in Canada. This would be a terrible choice, because like imagine that being like rubbing up against your like the side of your
You get a callus
body.
on your fat roll.
Oh, it would be terrible. Yeah. So you wouldn't want to do that. But like as a competition gun, fantastic. It does not move. In combination with this magwell, which kind of pushes my hand up, my hand is basically locked in. So what I did was I went with the large rear beaver tail grip. So this adds a little bit of width. I've got like not big hands, but like not extremely big, but large hands. So I went with the beaver tail with the extended grip just to give me more gun to grip onto. And what it does is basically my hands clamped in from the top and from the bottom. It's got this flared magwell here. So I grab onto it. I can feel the pressure from here and from here, basically like mashing my hand into place. And then
That
my left
almost
hand.
looks like an Olympic 22 pistol.
Oh, with those finger grooves in there and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Some
with
guys
the
take the
whole
finger grooves out. I found they worked for me, and like my fingers like go right where the grooves are.
yeah.
So yeah, just left them on there. I
Yeah,
could have grabbed them off.
like you've seen those Olympic style 22 pistols with the huge fucking wraparound grips that
Yep.
just
And
are
the
obviously
palm shelf.
handmade at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll always have a palm shelf because they want like a consistent grip. And the way to make your grip consistent is to force it into a grip.
Yeah.
And that's what those guns do. And that's what this gun is doing right now. It makes it very easy also to grab it out of the holster, because you just grab on right there and you'll like bottom out on the top, and therefore the bottom will be right where it needs to be as well. So
Also,
super.
doesn't hurt that the thing is gigantic.
Yes, yeah, the grip is now gigantic because
No,
I've
the gun
added that.
itself. Look, I mean, Jesus Christ, look at the barrel on that thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's helpful for cycling, and for like your
Sight
uh
radius.
sight radius. Yeah, thank you. I really like when I had this thing out the weekend before I went to the match. The thing I really liked on it was a reset. I was firing, and the gun would fire, and it would come back. And when it was back on, the sights were back on target, like it was resetting after cycling perfectly. So I was double tapping and like running a mag into a target from like 10 meters away, no problem, and keeping them within like that on rapid fire, which is really what you want on 3-gun. You want like about that level of accuracy, but fast. At like a slow measured shot at 10 yards, you should be able to do like that. But I was shooting fast, and that's more what I'm after. Anyways, loved it. I also, while I was at it, I added a double undercut. So there's 2 cuts you can do to a Glock that kind of improve your grip position on them. One is right here. So you just use the drum of your Dremel to get in there and allow your hand to get here. I'll use my left hand. Allow your hand to get a little bit higher up on the gun. And the other one is right here, and that's to get your support hand right here and just tucked in just a little bit tighter to the gun. So what this does is kind of get your hand a little bit tighter in and a little bit higher up. The higher up your hand can be on the gun, the less it's going to flip. You can imagine like holding it like this, it's going to flip quite a bit more, whereas high up, it's going to go more straight back.
How much material did you take off the closer undercut to the grip?
Quite a bit. So you can see, it's kind of hard to see there, but this is just like a, fuck, I don't even know how to like measure that much.
Was the trigger guard straight and then it curves down?
Yeah, well, no, it curves up just a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Compare that to
what I'm wondering is if you added that curve, or if it simply was the curvature of the grip flowing into the curvature of the into the flat. The flat of the grip curving into the flat of the trigger guard, and then you ate all the material that was in there.
I've got a factory Glock 17 in my safe here. I'll pull that guy out in just a minute, and we can compare that.
Yeah.
And then I polished a feed ramp just because I had one fail to feed over the weekend. It was probably ammo related.
Unacceptable.
They're all redoads. Yeah, unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
So I polished the feed ramp just to work on that as well.
Did you use a Dremel?
Damn straight it did. Yeah. With the buffing tool, not with the sander tool or anything like that. I used the buffing tool and the little like the polishing grit they put in there. Fuck, it was good. It's so good. That little like pointy cotton thing with just that green shit they have in there. Oh man, it did it in like 10 seconds. Super.
And you use that at a match.
Oh yeah. So I went and shot my match. It was good. We had a pile of people out. Again, like it seems that there's a lot more interest in 3-gun this year. We had 47 attendees. That's a lot. That's more than we've ever had out at a match. And especially like a March match when it's like there's snow on the ground, it's kind of muddy and nasty. We had a pile of people out. I took first tac ops, second overall. Shot pretty good. You know, I liked my pistol shooting. My shotgun shooting was all really good. My AR shooting was good. I had one jam on it that was pretty catastrophic. I had a case stick in the chamber, and I had to mortar it. Have you ever mortared your AR?
Yeah. Well, I've mortared guns before, but I never. When I owned the AR, I never mortared it. Now.
Okay. I don't know if it was like my chamber or if it was like the round was out of spec or something like that, but it got stuck in there. I pulled the trigger, dead, nothing. I go to rack it and it's locked in there tight. I turned the gun down range, so it's safe, and hit the butt against the ground, and that stripped that round out of there. Just for you guys listening, the bolt carrier itself has some mass to it. So when you strike the butt of the gun down, the bolt carrier wants to keep going, and it'll strip that round out if it can. And that gives you more force and leverage than you can possibly pull on that tiny little charging handle, that aluminum little guy. So That got me back into action. It cost me about 10 seconds to deal with that failure, which is pretty
There's
quick
your
on the
first
clock.
place. That's your first place right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was 6 seconds back from lead. So
Oh shit! That
there's
actually was your fucking.
yeah. Oh yeah. 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 That was my overall. I'm okay. Yeah. Like I wanted I wanted consistency. I got really good consistency. So that's really what I'm trying to do is just shoot my best and make sure I'm consistent. And I care a little bit less about the actual rankings. There were actually a couple pro shooters who were supposed to come from Saskatchewan that didn't end up coming, and if they would have came, they would have rocked like everyone. So I'm going for my best shoot, not necessarily to win the match or anything like that.
Right on, right on.
It's always fun when you get really well, though.
Yeah, you
I
know
had
what? Oh, yeah, keep going.
I had a buddy of mine that was out, and he blazed a couple of the stages, just like annihilated everyone else. One of the shotgun stages on a short stage, the next closest time was 23 seconds. He did it in 18. So like ridiculously fast, but he got DQ'd on one of the other stages.
Oh, what was it? Break 45 or something?
What's that?
Break 45 because that's
No. His shotgun fell out of the grounding receptacle.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was empty, but it's just, they're not supposed to do that. And he must have like put it in and kept running, and maybe it got snagged on his jacket or something like that. They don't know. They came back to it later and they're like, what the hell? Why is this on the ground? So
that sucks.
Yeah, sucks.
I was speaking about DQing. I was watching, and Matt Carricker from Demolition Ranch, he did his first or like third 3-gun match ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in the States, obviously in Texas, and he was doing really well, about for the third time ever. And guess what DQ'd him, because he got DQ'd.
Was he moving with his finger on the trigger?
Nope.
Gun fell out. Pistol came out of his holster.
Nope.
90?
I'll give you a clue. Maybe this wasn't 3-gun. Maybe it was just a shooting competition, because
No, he's done 3-gun. He's done a couple of videos where he specifically does 3-gun, and he like got outfitted for it.
It was related to his shotgun, more specifically.
Slam fire?
Nope.
No? Shotgun, hey? Did he fire it while he was reloading, like strong hand down and fired it then?
Let me give you another hint. Ammo related.
Oh, now you're really throwing a weird one out there. Ammo related. I don't know what you'd get DQ'd for that would be ammo related. So just like out with it.
Some targets are for slugs, and some targets are for bird shot.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Did he rock a bird shot target with a slug?
He had 4 slugs in the gun for taking down 2 targets.
Mm-hmm.
He shot one and hit it. He missed the second shot. He shot the second target with the third shot, and he turned around and he absolutely drove a slug into a birdshot target. And he kept going for about 2 or 3 more shots, and then the match director or the RSO was like, hold up. And everybody goes, what? Hands up. And the guy bends over, picks it up. That's a slug. Like, yep, that's a slug. And then right away, Matt goes, oh, and yeah. That's called
candy cane loads, when you throw like some of one kind and some of the other into the tube, and it's hard to keep track what's in the gun.
Yeah, that's what did him.
Yeah, you are not allowed to drill the non-slug targets with a slug. Generally, it's not that good for this.
And he said, target. Oh, and I hit that target dead center.
Just obliterated it.
Walk out of it. Yeah.
No, I did pretty good at the match. I can't complain. And yeah, I got a video of it on my channel if anyone wants to see what those matches are like. I sold my Savage 64, the Grizzly MagFed, and the Ruger GP 100. So clearing out some room. It's nice. Make some room for the incoming WK-180C, and I don't know, whatever else silly things I'm going to get into.
I thought they were saying December for those.
Fuck you, December. No, mine's May to June.
Oh,
Yeah, December is like if you order now, it's like, well, you're at the back of the line.
okay. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get it in June, eh?
May, June. That's what they like. They actually posted up today saying like, "Hey, these things are coming out, and here's a picture of a guy with one." And I commented on there saying like, "Is that one mine? Can you mail it to me?" They're like, "No, yours is coming in May, June." I'm gonna probably bug them tomorrow as well, or no, Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
And wait, how are you gonna bug the guys at Wolverine Supplies, Adriel?
Well, I'm guessing they're gonna be at the Calgary Gun Show, right?
Hey, Adriel, who else is gonna be at the Calgary Gun Show?
I don't know. It's probably some important people, and then also you.
Hey! And also some chump. He has a website. The hunting shit guy.
Yeah, that shitter. Yeah, I'll
Shitter.
be there too.
He only reviews shit guns, and then the good guns he gives a bad name to. You ever seen his review of the 770?
Oh man, I got a good comment from that yet. It's every week. Every week I get a comment on that thing. Fucking thing's discontinued. You cannot buy it new anymore. Remington stopped making it. It was too bad for Remington, and people still call me an idiot for giving it a shit review.
Also, Remington went bankrupt.
Yes, again. And now it's like serious.
No, earlier in the year, they announced that they were going to file Chapter 11, and they went Chapter 11 this week.
Finally, yeah.
Finally. And nothing of value was lost.
Maybe, well, I mean, maybe someone good will buy them. Like even the 870. Okay, some guys have been saying that they've been getting their quality like back to order. There was someone at the match who was running like a brand new 870, and guess what was happening with that 870?
It was rusty.
They were having jam problems. This one was like, I think it was camo covered. It was having jamming problems on extracting and on failing to feed. It was like it was nosing the cartridge into the edge of the chamber.
Unfinished chambers.
Like the design of the fucking shotgun is like 60 years old. Like, how do you fuck that up?
Let me tell you where an 870 is fucky in these new production guns. The extractor is shit, so it either rip the shell apart if it's jammed, or it will break the extractor. The ejector can snap off if it's not put in properly. The chamber can cause issues in both feeding and ejecting. In feeding, like you just described, the nose of the shell will hit the edge and nothing will happen. It'll just jam up right there. So that's either an improperly cut chamber or just fucking weird geometry in there. If the chamber is unfinished or unpolished, then the shell, once fired, will be jamming up. And I'm not talking about Winchester shit ammunition. No, I'm talking about good ammo. Federal will jam up in there. What else? Oh, one of my favorite ones. You know the magazine tube tabs on the side of the receiver on the inside? If you think of a Mossberg 500, they're the ones that fall out of the inside, right? Those ones are supposed to be pinned in place on the 870s, and I've seen new 870s where those are not pinned in place, and so they shift front and back in their track, and then the shell stops. Those are the shell stops. Then the shells will basically either not come out of the tube or poke out of the tube, and more shenanigans ensue. What else is wrong with an 870? They rust. Shit that shouldn't rust rusts. I'm sure if they could find a way, Remington could get plastic to rust.
I think that's why the 887 is covered in plastic. It's coated in plastic so it won't rust.
Yeah, but that one also has the added fun feature of, I think those ones blow up, or do they have a feature that they just go off on their own?
I don't know. That seems like a general feature that most Remington guns have.
Yeah.
Anyways,
if you're in possession of an 887, you can actually, before Chapter 11, you could call Remington and they would ask you to send it in, and they'd send you another gun. Because Pterodactyl Hunter on IRC. He traded like his brother's 887 that he gave him for an SPS 700. Pretty good trade. He was asking him if he could trade it for a Versamax, but they told him no.
That would be an upgrade. The Versamax has got a good gas system.
Speaking about Versamaxes, you know the one that I sold to Englishman?
Yeah.
So we had an interesting conversation in IRC. Apparently, he took a look at the gas pistons. You know, the ones that drive the whole gun part in there. You know, one of them was bent.
Pretty visibly too. Like it's a very short piston. There's nothing. There's not a lot of rods sticking out there.
No, and it was like, and like I remember now thinking about it, looking back on it after he showed it to me, and he's like, okay, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and it's like, oh yeah, that's bent. I thought that was just the way it was supposed to be when I owned that gun.
Yeah, I guess not.
I never took apart the gas system, so again, sorry, Englishman, I really didn't know. But luckily, Remington came through before they filed for bankruptcy to him.
Hopefully, they came through.
No, they sent him a replacement piston.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
he got the parts already. Cool. What else?
I got this new video light. Do you want to see how powerful it is?
Yes.
Okay. This is like a homemade like LED panel. I can only get it up to 10% power right now because I don't have the full transformers. They're still coming in, and it gets too hot for that. But let me turn it on. I think this will turn it on. Yeah, there we go.
Holy shit! I like the flash. It looked like a freaking photography flash until the camera adapted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now this is 10%, and I'll just turn it off. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's sweet. I can feel the heat coming off of it. Like I had it down on the ground, and my cat went and laid next to it because it thought it's like sunlight coming in out of the window. It's so hot.
You gotta be careful with that. The thing's gonna spark a fire.
Yeah. Oh, it's I've got it on some metal, so it should heat sink it, but I'll need to get it all outfitted and set it up. So the idea is this is like a shitload of power, and as soon as you use a shitload of power for your lighting, you can cheat on everything else for your settings for your camera. So it should make my videos a little bit better.
Oh, that doesn't matter because your videos are just gonna get taken down.
Yeah. And then I have to go to 720p on Pornhub anyways, so it's like, who cares about the extra quality?
You need to get into that elite level of uploader where you can put the HD 4K porn video. I mean, gun porn videos.
Do they have that? Do they have 4K porn?
Oh,
do I need to be like a registered porn star to like get 4K?
Fuck yeah! Oh yeah, man. Like, I mean, not that I know about this, but yeah, you can get 4K porn on YouTube. I mean, on Pornhub. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta like get lots of views, and then I'll get 4K.
Just fuck your gun on air. You'll get views.
I don't want that video out there.
That video? You mean it's out there already? Also,
do a remake of the SKS and the no, I'm not gonna. Do
that. You know, a funny story. I thought I recognized that dick and that gun.
That gun.
Yeah. Mike J on YouTube asks if Remington guns are gonna go on sale. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. This is pure speculation.
They had been on sale. Like if you think about it, the 770s were clearing out. Even the 700 ADLs. The fact that they're taking their 700 action and selling it for like right around 350, 450 with a scope on it. That's discounted. That's a discounted action. That's supposed to be their premier action, and they had been selling it for really low prices. So I think that this spells like how discounty they were.
It's tough because Remington, I don't know, they were writing on their name, and then just about everybody and their mother decided to just make a cheap bolt action rifle that performs sub MOA with a good trigger and a plastic fucking stock.
Yeah, and they were better than 770, and then
they didn't rust. They didn't have the auto fire feature.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I mean, there's Remington.
C71. It went through a second reading, I think. Did it?
It's gonna go through. I
It's
mean,
gonna go through.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
they're ramming it through.
everyone else is voting against it. Even the NDP are like, no, we don't like this. That's
Whatever.
is that saying
Majority
something?
government.
Is that saying something when the NDP, who are like an anti-gun party, is voting against the liberal anti-gun platform? Is that like, I wonder.
Well, they campaign on being tough on gangs and guns, and
Their
they're just
last
target.
campaign platform one ago, was ban all semi-automatics. So all semi-automatic handguns banned. So they're definitely like not a little bit anti-gun, like pretty anti-gun.
Well, the liberals said that they were going to target gangs, and they target gun owners.
Yeah.
So
No gangs.
no gangs
in there. No.
And the long gun registry is back.
Kind of. Yeah. Call in for permission.
Calling for permission. And the funny part is, what exactly does that attain except writing down two people's numbers?
Well, I don't know, but like if you don't like it, call in often and drive up the price and make it politically damaging, and then maybe they'll give them ammo for.
I really think that idea of going out shooting with your buddies, and every time your buddy touches your gun, you
Call it
transfer
in.
it. You
Call it
transfer
in.
Just have a guy. Yo. Oh, I have a bring your girlfriend and a notepad and tell her to write down who touches what gun at what point, and then just fucking lay it out on them. Okay, first of all, we have 17 gun transactions. What do you mean? So you transfer 17 guns? No, the gun was transferred 17 times.
Well, that's illegal. You can't transfer the gun without permission first.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then just wait, didn't you suggest this? Just do like a bulk order. It's like I'm gonna do
continuous calls.
Yeah, just 50 transactions
over the next year. Over the next year, I'm probably gonna sell you a gun and Plaid Lad a gun, and I'll probably sell Trevor from New Brunswick a couple of guns, and I want open Rex with.
You're gonna give Chad a gun. He gets all our guns.
Chad?
Yeah.
He's got like better guns than I have, though.
That doesn't matter. He still gets more.
He doesn't have a glitter Glock. He does have a long boy Glock. He does not have a glitter Glock.
He has a Hello Kitty shotgun.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that at least counts as glittery in some areas.
Yeah. Do you want to glitter up any of your guns while I'm down in Calgary?
All my guns are in Victoria.
Yeah, too bad that.
Yeah, you can give me the glitter, and I can go and put some glitter on my guns if you really want.
Do you want some? I could bag you some.
Can you imagine if I glittered up the ZZ Shadow? Ooh. Ooh. That would trigger the shit out of people.
Well, I mean, the reason why I did the glitter job was I didn't want to stipple it. I don't have the patience for like small detail work. And if I stippled this, I would do a shit job. And I would like be pissed off about it later, and it wouldn't sell for as much because it would have a crappy stipple job on it. And I'd done the grip tape thing before, and the grip tape thing worked. I ran out. I tried some other. I got like a step pad, this like round piece of grip tape that you put down for like a boat step, and it was like gravel. It was like way too rough. So this was like, this didn't work, that didn't work. I'll just glitter gun it, and it was the perfect combo for me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Suggests that I buy a gun. So at the gun show, I shall buy a gun, and then you can keep it and glitter it up for me.
Is that why you want to go so early? Is to buy a gun? You said 8 o'clock. I was like, oh my god, why?
Well, no, I'm not joking when I say that every single time we've gone there like 20, 30, 45 minutes early, we're still way in the back of the line. Like, we're not getting in for the first 20, 30 minutes. Guaranteed.
Are you going for purchasing? Like, are you there to purchase, or are you there?
I'm going to go there with the intention of maybe talking somebody into buying a K31 from me. Oh, by the way, I might have a K31 on sale.
All right.
Yeah. Does that count as gun sales? Did we just get the
Uh,
Canada Guns talk show banned?
whoa, don't do it. Take it back.
I don't have a gun for sale. Jokes on you. I was just joking. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank.
K31 is car part
It's
or K car. I don't know.
bag of candy. Swiss candy. This show's quality is the worst.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the new FX9 that Wolverine's bringing into country?
I don't know. Those things seem to be a dime a dozen now. Everybody's making
No, dime a dozen is okay. $900. It's an AR style PCC. So it's got like an AR upper and lower, but it doesn't fit an AR, so it's not an AR and it's non-restricted. It's shortened, but everything else on it's AR. $900, 9mm. Takes Glock mags, I believe.
It does.
Oh, fucking, that's so good. So this is like like before, if someone was like, I want to shoot action, I want to do action shooting, I want to use a PCC, I'd say you probably get a GR carbine because they're the best for that kind of thing. They have fit so many AR parts. This thing now, right in there for cost. Really nice receiver setup. I like it.
I mean, I shot Chads, and yeah, they're fun.
The GR carbines.
Yeah.
Does he have a red dot on his?
Yep, he has a fucking Meat Pro sight on it.
Oh, that's a way to roll. That's definitely the way to roll. 9mm, point and click, short range, hardly any recoil, hardly any sound. Just
yeah, it's he says it's his wife's gun now. She doesn't let him shoot it.
Oh yeah, those things are a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're fun. It's just maybe that's what I'll do, because I find myself just kind of being very meh about 9mm handguns. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to the fucking gigantic revolvers and having no muscle rise and having a concussion blast hit me in the chest every time I pull the trigger. I find 9mm boring. Does that make me a FUD?
Well,
I should say I really liked my 1911.
I guess the question is, what do you do with it? If you go to the range and you punch paper, like, yeah, I guess a bigger round would be more interesting. If you shoot competition, the 9mm would be the way to go, because you'd be like, nope, this thing's cheap, it's reliable, this is the gun I want to shoot.
I guess. I mean, I'm just keep that. Like, the thing is, if I'm not in love with a gun, it's gone. Like, fucking gone. Like, I remember I bought that 552 semi-auto 22, and I was like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the 22 that I'm gonna keep. And I bought like a couple thousand rounds of longs and shorts, expecting to use them. And then one time I fucking sold the thing.
Well,
so now
I reloaded like 300 rounds of 38 special and like 100 of like some real spicy 357 Magnum. I'll never shoot them. They're going into an ice cream pail, and they're going to be stored until I get another revolver.
Or until you get a Kunin 357.
Oh yeah. Or maybe like a
Desert
action, or like a lever or something like that.
Desert Eagle?
Or a Desert Eagle. I can't see myself spending like $2,000 on a pistol.
Hey man, they're coming down. I've seen him for like 18.
I think for 18 I'd probably get like a Tang Folio or something like that.
Oh, you fucking snob.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like an STI DVC 2011 or something like that. There's a good shooting gun.
You just want a race gun, man. At this point, you're just trying to make a race gun out of a fucking perfection Glock.
Well, you could argue that my Nork 1911 is like a race gun.
Wait a second, sir. That is a Norinco. I know Norincos, and I find that an offense. That is an offense.
Oh, I wonder if I got it. I wonder if I got a PM back.
Oh, check.
No PM back. I could. Okay, so I've mentioned before the ad I had up for this thing, so I'll do the reply from this guy. All you have is a slightly polished Norinco turd. $1,500. Get real. How do I know? I have one too. Change of grips, magwell, trigger jaw, blah blah blah. I did the same, but I'm not hallucinating that I also have nothing more than a slightly polished Norinco turd. Don't be insulting. How do I see what I sent back to him? There we go.
Oh, you
No, I
can?
can. Yeah. Here's my response back. How dare you? This fine firearm is a work of erotic art. She is the queen of the safe, but deserves better. I like to be in one of those highfalutin museums where they have all the really fancy historical guns. I guess she'll have to go to another owner with better taste than you.
Oh, snap, yo!
Which, okay, this 50-50, this guy's like, what the hell? This guy's like trolling me. 50%, fuck you. Now he's gonna be pissed. Which
Then you can
makes
get
me
him down for
super happy.
harassment.
Yeah. Oh, if I cheese this guy off, I'm gonna be so happy.
I wonder if it's the same guy that fucking sent me a message about that pitted 44 that I sold, the nickel plated one. Because in my ad I said yes.
On the after show, I won't talk up here, but
I don't remember the guy's name. I just remember I blocked him because he's like, it's insulting to call that pitting anything but disgusting. I can't believe you had the gall to say that it kind of looked nice, and it did kind of look nice. It kind of did.
Yeah, we'll compare notes afterwards.
We will. We will be at the Calgary Gun Show come Friday morning.
Yep. I don't know. I might hang out at the CCFR booth. I might just like walk around and see what's what. I kind of want to talk to a couple of the different manufacturers that are there and retailers, that kind of thing. I'm not really in the market to buy a gun.
I want to talk to the lobbies. If they're going to be there, I want to talk to all of them.
The lobbies. So like CCFR, the NFA, the CCESA, and there's one more that does something that I can't remember their name.
Yes, I think they're going to want to talk to me. I have some ideas.
You have some ideas. Oh, I want to. Okay, well, don't tell me now because you're going to have to make sure that those are your ideas when you bring them out.
Yes. But other than that, write your senators, sign that petition, let people know that they should sign that petition, tell them that this is targeting gun owners and not the gangs that the liberals said that they were going to target. Go out there and write letters, call Goodale, tell him he's a fucking more. I mean, tell him that
like you're probably not going to get anything from calling Goodale, but if you're in an area where your MP is not conservative and not NDP and is liberal and they voted for this thing, call them up and let them know that they won't get your vote next time, because that's the only thing that's going to like the only thing that kept this bill from potentially getting out there was the rural MPs being like, whoa, we don't really want to do this. Like, think about all the farmers when they sell their Cooey 22s. Now they have to call in and ask for permission. They're going to be pissed about that. Like, are the restricted owners out there? We've kind of been doing it anyways with restricted firearm purchases. So it's like, well, I guess I have to do this for everything. But the farmers are going to be pissed that they have to call in for this stuff, and they're going to be pissed that they have to like get permission and get a permission slip with this registration number. So call in, let your MP know that you're going to be pissed about it and you're not going to be voting for them. And then when it happens and they get voted out, maybe they'll think about it twice next time.
Yeah. They probably won't.
They probably won't. The conservatives will come back into power eventually and they'll repeal some of it, but they'll leave most of it in there.
Yep.
And we'll slowly see our rights eroded away.
And with that note, thank you everyone for watching tonight. Come meet us at the Calgary Gun Show. I'll be the slightly Mexican looking guy who just keeps harassing all the people in the booths. Hunting gear guy will be the extremely sexy ball guy. Keep an eye out because there's only one of them.
Yeah, only one bald guy at a gun show. That could be more than just me. The bald beard look is very popular amongst us no hair gun people.
Yeah. Maybe you can convince my buddy to finally get rid of his hair. He's got issues.
I'll bring my razor. We'll get him.
All
you need to do is like get a patch back here. It's like, well, now you gotta fucking do it.
Oh my god, yes. I might just do that, dude. Oh, you would be so pissed. Let's do this. Okay, we'll talk about this. Thank you, everybody. We'll be here again in 2 weeks. Say good night, Adriel.
Good night, Adriel.
Good night, Adriel. Bye, everyone.